Hey guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today talking about how to adjust on the fly with HGHB at Town Hall 9. So before we get into the replays today, it's all going to be about when things go wrong during an attack, how to recover and still pull off the 3-star at Town Hall 9. Some points of emphasis here are establishing the funnel, obviously of utmost importance here. Number 2 is the importance of baby dragons. I love baby dragons for establishing the funnel, especially at Town Hall 9. And number 3, you need to ID those giant bombs. Very, very important for the back-end hogs. And number 4, patience on hog deployment. Throughout this episode, we'll cover many more strategy focuses throughout 3 replays here. So the first one's going to be how to deal with a walking queen on this attack here by Hercules. All of these attacks, by the way, are coming from an arranged scrim between Elite Academy and Ateam 2. A very, very close and exciting war. I have a lot of replays to bring you guys from this war. But you can see that Hercules here, he deployed his kill squad a little bit early here. The funnel wasn't totally established, and with these attacks, as you saw on the screen, time is often on your side. You're not going to run out of time very often with these attacks. So consider dropping a rage for a jump spell, especially when engaging the queen from the far side of the base. Now, usually I advise attackers bring 2 rage, 2 heal on these attacks, but you never want a queen. This might not be the best example for it, but you don't want a queen perched on the other side, on the far side of a wall, firing at your targets without a jump spell to access her compartment. So strategy focus, setting a pick. So what do I mean by that? Basically, use your giants, wait, hold off, be patient on your hogs, and see where your giants go. Your giants are going to be alive the entire raid more than likely with the healers on them. So what you want to do is wait to see what direction your giants head, and then use them as a distraction, aka a pick, for you basketball fans out there, and then decide where to deploy your hogs so that they don't have to engage as many defenses as they would otherwise. Now, this next tip is very, very important. You're more often than not going to use your heal spells more liberally and earlier in the hog deployment in the back end portion of this raid than you would normally in a go-va-ho or a go-ho attack. You have 2 heal spells, and you only have about 10 to 15 or so, 16 hogs on this type of army comp here. So you want to keep your hogs alive, ideally throughout the entire raid, and because you have 2 hogs and you're not counting on them to take out the entire base, you can actually use your heal spells a little bit earlier to make sure you keep the hogs alive the entire raid. Now, on this second raid here, we're going to cover what to do and how to react when your kill squad totally separates here. So the queen is going to absolutely separate from all the giants, and then some of the bowlers are also going to take a walk here. So if you engage the clan castle right away, guys, consider dropping 1 or 2 of your baby dragons and adding 3 wizards, because, you know, if you miss with the poison spells against whatever's in the clan castle, you might be in for a long, or a very short raid, I should say, because those clan castle troops, if they're fast moving or if they split up, you're not going to have anything that's going to be able to target air, because at that point, all you have on the map is your giants and your healers and your baby dragon if you bring those. So when you have some wizards, you can rage them up, drop your poisons, and you should be fine. Now, here's where the split happens. You can see the giants are kind of chilling in the middle of the base at this point. The queen luckily has 1 healer on her over there, but she's with the king heading kind of towards 9 o'clock over there. And now this is very important here. You got to ID where the giant bombs might be before you go into a base. Now, there's one obvious area where there might be a giant bomb over here near that archer tower around 2 o'clock and between the archer tower and the cannon. Other than that, the coast is pretty clear here for Magoo's to go ahead and start deploying his hogs. And what he's going to do is he's going to pre-place a heal spell right in that giant bomb location, and that should be able to mitigate the damage done by the giant bomb to those hogs, obviously. So the queen at this point has, there's the giant bomb, and there we go. The heal spell will heal them all back up, trickling in the rest of the hogs there. These hogs are going to do a lot of the heavy lifting in this raid here, and you can see, as I was starting to say earlier, the queen is actually fully recovered at this point. He didn't panic. He didn't use her royal cloak ability. He was able to manage her health, and it's going to work out really well. The king is kind of stuck in the south, but look at this. The hogs pretty much take out the entire base. Obviously, a very smart attacker here was able to adjust on the fly again. Didn't really even have to use either hero ability at all. A very nice recovery there by Magoose. So on the third replay of the day, we're going to deal with how to deal with a walking king. In the first replay, we talked about a walking queen. In the second replay, we talked about both heroes separating from the giants. In this one, we're going to cover what happens if your king walks. Now on this replay, the entry point was a little troublesome from a funnel standpoint, right? Because look at that elixir collector and the gold collector. That's a lot of real estate to clear out with a baby dragon or whatever you're bringing to funnel, right? And I did say the rule of 22, by the way. I just want to explain that. That's my own self-imposed rule when I do these attacks, but I never like to dedicate more than 22 troop space to creating the funnel. So that could be 2 dragons and just use 20 troop space, or it could be 1 dragon and 3 wizards taking up the entire 22 troop space. So that's what I kind of self-impose for my funnel creation, if you will. So a king can usually hold his own along a base perimeter, unlike the queen, so it allows you a little bit more flexibility when choosing your hog deployment location. So you can see that Caesar here decides to try to take out this little quadrant over here near the enemy barbarian king. He uses a heal spell, but that Tesla is actually going to do a number on his hogs, although he does clear out, I think, 3 or 4 defenses there, and then deploys his wizard to start working on that gold storage, which he knows is going to be probably near where the raid ends up ending. So here, Caesar does a really good job of covering one of the first strategy tips we discussed in today's video, and that's being patient. He's very patient right now. He has not deployed the rest of his 6 hogs. He has not used his hero abilities. He's still sitting on a heal spell. Now he waits till that wizard tower locks onto his king and his bowlers, and then he trickles in the hogs, uses his last heal spell, and that's going to be all he needs to convincingly 3-star this base. He's going to go ahead and pop both of his hero abilities in just a second here. I think this cannon's not going to go down, I don't think. Yeah, so the cannon's the only unit left, but like I said, he has both hero abilities. He has a couple bowlers alive, he has the healers on the queen, and he's going to pull it off. So all 3 of these attackers with low to mid-level heroes for Town Hall 9 did a great job adjusting on the fly. I hope you were able to pick up a tip or 2 in today's video. Next time one of your raids doesn't go exactly as planned. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.